everyone, welcome back. My name is Lynn Wilson and welcome to my home and welcome to my channel. What is better than a blue plate special? Well, stay tuned and we're going to chat tonight. So I have a little story to tell you. I'm really a big advocate for trying to encourage people to live up to their potential. So many people just have low self-esteem, don't think they're worth a whole lot sometimes, don't think they have a lot of skills or personality or talent or abilities. I'm right there with the rest of you. I don't know how you all feel. There are days I can conquer the world. I can get out there and do my thing, and I'm all about whatever comes my way. I can do it. I can handle it. But man, there are other days, and the last couple days have been one of those days where I just get down on myself and I just get kind of, I don't know, you start dwelling on stuff that you shouldn't be thinking about. You start telling yourself stories that you shouldn't be listening to. And your worst enemy is yourself, because you listen to what's in this brain that you probably put there yourself, or somebody told you something one time and it's just there haunting you years later. And I was sharing with somebody the other day about growing up and just some stuff that, triggers that were things that were said to me and moments in time, I guess you'd say, and things that happen. We've all had those. And every once in a while they resurrect their ugly head, and then if you're in a bad way anyway, you start to dwell on them. Do you guys do that? You start thinking and you get down on yourself and all that nonsense. It's pure nonsense. And I find myself trying to encourage others more when I'm in that frame of mind, because it's a way of getting myself out of that hole. I feel like I'm stuck in this muddy hole and my feet are like sucked up in this mud gook. You ever have that kind of mud where it'll pull your shoes off because it's so tacky, the mud? And I feel like that's what I had been in, and I couldn't get myself out of it. So I thought best way to do it is to encourage someone else. So I was out with a friend and we were at a thrift store, and the thrift store is pretty much going out of business. So things were dirt cheap, like pennies, cheap, a lot of free stuff, So we were looking around and she found this really pretty dish, just a little one, small. She's a single lady and lives alone, does the thing, goes to work and all that good stuff. And she really, really liked, she says, oh, look, she really liked this dish. I said, beautiful. It was actually very charming. And as we're walking around, she found 2 more pieces to this. It would make like a little set. I said, why don't you get the whole set? It's like pennies. No, I don't know. She says, I don't entertain, and I don't know. And I said to her, who needs to entertain? You need to treat yourself special once in a while. And she kind of looked at me, and the one was more like the shape of a bowl. And I said, you could put your chili in that, a bowl of spaghetti in that, whatever. And this one you could use for this, and this you can use for that. The 3 pieces. So I was giving her ideas, and she's like, I said, on a Friday night, maybe it's raining outside, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's bright and sunny, and you come home from work, and you just need a pick-me-up. You just need to feel special. I said, you know what? You whip out that china. You can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and put it on that china, maybe light a candle, put your favorite movie on, put some good music on, get your Google or your Alexa working, and play some really nice music, and just enjoy your dinner on this beautiful china. And I said, you know what? As you use that china, you remind yourself that you're fearfully and wonderfully made and that you are special. And I said to her, if no one else has told you, I'm going to tell you that you're my friend and I think you're very special. And I just encouraged her in a way that I knew would mean something to her. And she hemmed and hawed and looked around the rest of the store, and she goes, no, I'm not going to get them. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So she got the 1 piece and found 1 or 2 other things. And we left, went on our separate ways. A couple hours later, I get a text from her. I went back. I got the other dishes. I was so excited. I knew that I had encouraged her today to realize that she is somebody special. And it got me thinking. I came home and I said to my husband, I was telling him about my friend and he knows who she is. And I said, How many other people don't feel special? And we've been through some tough stuff. How about you guys? The last couple of years, it's worn me down. Has it worn you down? There are days that I'm just like, really? Another thing or another situation? Or I don't know. Life takes over and you just get down on yourself. You ever get like that? And I said to my husband, how many people need encouragement? So maybe you're in the place that you need encouragement. Maybe you need to do something for yourself that would encourage you in a unique way. Maybe it's not you that needs the encouragement today, but maybe you know somebody that needs encouragement. It could be a single person, it could be a couple, it could be a small family like me, Graham, and Gavin, just the three of us. You know, people just have days. Maybe it's a day of celebration. Something great has happened and you want to let them know you're so proud of them or you're so excited for them and you want to encourage them. Maybe somebody's had a loss in the family. Maybe somebody's been not well, physically. Maybe somebody's just been really down in the dumps. Whatever the case might be. Or maybe it's just somebody that you think is a really fantastic friend and you want to let them know how much you think they're special and how much they mean to you and you want to encourage them. So where is all this going, guys? Where's all this going? Well, I had this idea sitting at the dining room table tonight as we were getting ready for dinner. And by the way, oh my goodness, I wished I filmed it. It was not anything to really film, but I made dinner tonight and I just didn't feel like cooking. I know I say this all the time. I didn't feel like cooking. And we weren't going to do takeout, so I'm like, what do I have? Pull from the pantry. Got a well-stocked kitchen. Don't forget, well-stocked home. And I have a full pantry, and I'm like, got some angel hair pasta. And, maybe 2 months ago, Graham and I went out for dinner, and he got this meal that was just so simple and so delicious, and my taste buds were calling. So I had picked up some fresh garlic. I had that in the fridge. And then I had a little bag, not real big, of broccoli and carrots that I thought, it's getting, I need to use them in the next day or two because the ends of the broccoli, when they cut them and they get brown. So I took them out and I cut off the brown stems and sliced the carrots and mixed it with a little salt and olive oil and I threw it in my air fryer. Oh, that came out so good. So tasty. I love it. So then I said, so while that was in the air fryer, I got my frying pan, put some olive oil in it, a little bit, enough. And I sliced 2 cloves. Next time I'm going to do 3 or 4. But I sliced 2 cloves of garlic because I wasn't sure how much to do. Really, really, really thin, like paper thin. And I threw them in the olive oil and I just tossed them around till they became lightly browned. I put the olive oil aside. And the veggies were still in the air fryer. I put a pot of water on and angel hair pasta, whips up like that. 5 minutes, you're done. So cooked up the angel hair pasta, drained it, put it back in the pot. Took the roasted veggies that were now done in the air fryer, put them in the pot, added a little bit of salt, and I took that olive oil with the garlic infused in it, poured it over the pasta, stirred it all up, and added some Parmesan cheese. Let me tell you, when I say I had a gourmet meal tonight, it was a gourmet meal made on pennies. So that was a treat for me. So back to what we were talking about, I had to insert that little commercial there for a great meal. I said to my husband as we were sitting there, when we were at the thrift shop today, there were a lot of dishes, like one dish. Some sets of china, but there were a lot of like one dishes. I said, I got an idea. I said, what if I went and bought 5 or 6 plates? I didn't want to get a ton and I'm probably going to be sorry that I didn't pick 10 of them up. But anyway, I got maybe 5 or 6 plates. And I said, the next time I'm going somewhere, I'm going to make a meal. Let me show you one of the plates I got. Here's one of them. So it's dingy dirty. I got to wash them. This is dishwasher safe, microwave safe. And it was $1.25. But guess what? I got it for free. Isn't that pretty? I really like that one. Then I wanted to get something a little bit more semi-masculine, so that if it was for a guy or a couple that maybe weren't really into like florals, they almost look like denim, right? I think that is so cool, but it's red, but it has like a denim print, and it's China, and it's called Denim Wear by Ralph Lauren. And these were originally $1.25, and I got it for free. So I got 3 of them. Then I got this pretty one. This is one of my favorites, more vintage. So this they had 50 cents. I got it for free. Then I got this one, which I thought was quite nice. It was 50 cents. I got it for free. And there was this one, very pretty. Again, got it for free. And some of these, I don't think these are super, super fancy schmancy like dishes, but anyway, I thought they were pretty. And then I got 2 more of these here. So what in the world am I going to do with these plates? So here's my thought. Let me get a plate and I'll show you. So here's my thought. I said to my husband, see how pretty this is? Now, if I came over your house tonight and you were kind of down, you know, whatever the case might be, and I baked maybe a nice fresh loaf of bread, or I could just go to the store and get a bag of rolls. Doesn't even have to be homemade bread, but homemade would be nice. And I said I had some homemade soup, or, you know, maybe a small pot of stew, or I don't know, something, a bowl of chili, a pot of spaghetti, anything. And I put it in some containers and I put it on this plate. And maybe I got some clear cellophane and I wrapped it up and I put a bow on it. And I came to your house with this beautiful plate with a meal on it. And attached to this at the top was a little note card that said something like, "Fearfully and wonderfully made. I wanted to remind you tonight how special you are, and that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. And I'm so proud to call you my friend. And I wanted to let you know that I think you're special. And the next time you eat on this plate, it will remind you of how special you are. Enjoy this homemade meal from Lynn." If somebody would knock on my door tonight with a plate like this, with a homemade meal, or even semi-homemade, it could, I'll tell you the truth, it could have been a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a plate, wrapped real pretty with that note. And the next time, ooh, I got a fuzz or something floating around here. The next time I ate on this plate, I don't think I could ever forget the sentiment that was said to me on how special I am and how fearfully and wonderfully made I am. I don't know about you. Could you do that if somebody walked in and came to your house and gave you a plate filled with a plate of goodies? It could be dessert. It could be a nice dinner. And on that plate, the next time you sat down to eat a meal, maybe you're a single person and you're just like feeling down 2 weeks from now, and you've got a plate like this from a friend, and you went to put your dinner on that. Could you forget what they told you? Could you not remember that special sentiment that was left on a note for you? I don't think I could. So as my husband and I were talking, it was really cool because he said, you know what? When you go to such and such in a couple of weeks, that one person that, you know, and I got to be careful because these people watch my videos and I don't want to let on who it is. But one of you watching will know in a couple of weeks who it is, because you're going to get a plate with some homemade food on it. And I'm going somewhere in a couple of weeks, and my husband said, I think they need encouragement. So I'm going to put together a plate. Now what I'll do before I give it away, I'll take you along, show you what I make, how I wrap it. I'm not even sure. This is a brand new idea for me. But I'll show you how I wrap it. I'll read you the card, show you everything I do. Maybe that'll give you a great idea. And then I said to my husband, oh, what about the other one? I got this one that I can do something for. Somebody invited us to lunch in 2 weeks. They don't watch my videos, so I'm clear to say that. But unexpectedly, we were picking something up at their house that they're giving to us for a ministry we're involved in. And they said, well, why don't you come over? Why don't you have lunch? We weren't inviting ourselves to lunch. We just wanted to go pick up these items. So I said, you know what? We would love to have lunch with you. And they've been going through some physical challenges. I think they just need the company. So I said to my husband, you know what? I'm going to grab a plate. I'm going to put some homemade goodies on there. I'm going to leave a little sentiment on there that the next time they use that plate and they have dinner on it, they are to remember that their friend thinks there's something special. I just want to encourage you tonight to think about, maybe you have some dishes at home that you just don't use anymore, and you're like, what do I do with these dishes? I don't want to just put them in Goodwill. You know what? Take a dish, one plate at a time, and encourage one friend at a time, and let them know that they are special, and make somebody's day today, and lift them up, and just give them that shot in the arm that they need. How many of us need that? I'll tell you, if somebody showed up at my door with a plate of stuff, and that plate, I would treasure that forever. I hope that's an encouragement to you to get those dishes out of the cabinet. Maybe go to the thrift store. Go to Dollar Tree. Spend $1.25 on a plate. They have beautiful plates there. And make something and bring it over to a friend today. Thanks so much for coming over. And don't forget, I will catch you all on the next video.